because the Chinese people are like people around the world. They want more say in their lives. And as people become wealthier, they demand that say. And that is eventually going to translate into a freer political system. Now, whether that occurs next year or next decade or next century, that's a different question. I'm not saying when that will occur, but eventually it will occur, because the Chinese people are like people everywhere else. And so it's not Western democracy, it's democracy. And it's popular because it responds to what people want. And it's what the Chinese people want as well.
Right. With I think with the Weibo posts now becoming more popular, and that people still have access to expressing their opinions even though the government sort of censors it, and perhaps that would lead to more of an ability for people to connect.
I think the one thing that's really important about China today, when we talk about forms of governance, is that I think most people believe that a one-party system is no longer appropriate for China's modernizing society. And that doesn't mean that they're going to go out into the streets and advocate revolution. It doesn't mean that they're going to try to bring down the Communist Party, but it creates a real problem for the party because people don't buy into its political system. And especially in the year like last year, where the party delegitimized itself with all of these tales of corruption, intrigue, lust, murder. This was, I think, damaging to the party's image. And this will have a long-lasting effect on the ability of the party. I don't believe it can sustain itself, especially because people do believe that they have the inherent right to govern themselves. And I'm not saying that this is going to occur, democratization is going to occur right away. I think China can go through a series of governments, one worse than the next. But this is eventually the trend. I mean, the Chinese people are not stupid. They're not dummies. They're not children. They are capable, and they will govern themselves.
All right. Thank you very much. I guess, do you have any last comments you would like to provide for us regarding your thoughts?
Well, first of all, I want to thank you for the interview. It's important because you aired some very important issues. The Chinese people are a great people. They deserve a better government than they have, and at some point they are going to demand it. A lot of people, we have, and we've heard at this conference, and you hear it at all the conferences, you hear it in government and policy circles all over the world, that just if the Chinese do this or if the Chinese do that, things would be better. The real problem right now is the country, China, has a political system that does not permit the change that almost everyone knows needs to occur. And because of that, China is going to go through some very, very difficult times very soon. I wish that it were better than that, but I think that there is going to be a real period of disruption in China.
Right. Okay. Thank you very much for your interview.
Thank you.